2009, we were celebrating my mother's birthday on 5th of December. And I just, casually I said, hey, you know what? From 1st of January, I want to go for raw food. So New Year resolution. And
Yeah.
my brother-in-law says, what is in 1st of January? Today is your mother's birthday and you already ate. And that hit me on my head, what? Yeah, what is in 1st January? Let me go. So from 6th of December 2009, I was on raw food, and till today I'm on raw food.
Welcome to the Fountain of Vitality podcast. I'm your host, LaMont Leavitt. In a world overflowing with noise, confusion, and distraction, we're here to cut through the clutter and explore bold, unique paths to a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. Through candid conversations with business leaders, wellness experts, industry pioneers, and innovators, we'll uncover insights to help you discover your own personalized, unique approach to thriving. Tune in, trust the compass of wisdom within, and find your fountain of vitality. Hi, my name is LaMont Leavitt. Welcome to the Fountain of Vitality podcast. Today with us, we have Axay Shah. We're grateful to have him here today to talk about raw foods and how to change your life with some better health. Axay, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Lamont. Thank you for inviting me. It is nice to be with you.
It'll be great today. Love to hear your story, a little bit about how you have gone down this journey. What were some of those driving factors?
The short answer is craziness. I know whole world is eating cooked food, and I'm the one asking for raw food. And well, I practice myself 16 years, and just out of a spur of a moment, I decided to go for raw food. I didn't have any medical condition. I was not facing any disease or anything, any medical issue. But I was facing one important factor, which is lack of energy. What energy I had 30 and 40 years of age, I didn't had at 50 years. So I decided to do something about it. I thought about it. I tried to look in deep why people are facing this issue. And I was not only one. Everybody at 50, they start going down the hill.
Yeah.
And I, as a rebellious guy, I wanted to see, what I can do. And not only just the energy, but otherwise also, I saw a lot of senior people, 60, 65. They are done with their life and they don't have any more energy. Their body is aching, pain, arthritis, obesity, diabetes, cancer, whatever, all those problems they are facing. So now they lost their freedom. They lost their privacy. They lost their confidence. They are now is at mercy of somebody, maybe spouse, maybe caregiver, or whatever, whoever they are. And I refuse to accept that status quo. I said, you know what, let me try. And I got the answer looking at the nature. Because nature, if you see in the nature, human is the only species eating cooked food. Everybody else,
That's true.
everybody else is eating raw food, whatever, even the meat, but nobody's cooking. So we, as a human, screwed it up very well. And I thought, let me try eating raw food. I was not knowing 2009. We were celebrating my mother's birthday on 5th of December. And I just, casually I said, hey, you know what? From 1st of January, I want to go for raw food. So New Year resolution. And
Yeah.
my brother-in-law says, what is in 1st of January? Today is your mother's birthday and you already ate. And that hit me on my head, what? Yeah, what is in 1st January? Let me go. So from 6th of December 2009, I was on raw food, and till today I'm on raw food. I enjoyed it so
Wow.
much. Yes.
Wow. Well, tell me, how do you get the protein intake, and keep it all balanced to where you have the energy you need?
Lamont, most of the people asking me this question, and I know that protein is very important for the body. I am marathon runner. I ran 8 marathon. I ran eight, last one in just last month, March. Now, protein is important, but here it is hyped. Here in Western culture, it is so much hype. Hey, protein, protein, protein. I
Yeah.
ask a lot of people when they ask this question, hey, do you know how much protein one adult need? And most of them, they have no answer. I see this is protein is important, and if you ask Doctor Google, this is 56 gram. Okay, I'm not measuring my protein, but I know I'm getting enough from my vegetables, from my nuts. How I can say I'm getting enough? Because I'm going to doctors, and doctors say your numbers are good. Secondly, I run marathon. I need to have a good muscles. Otherwise, you cannot run marathon.
Right.
At age 67. Okay, I'm 68 now. Entered into 68. Now, I in 2024, my son got married, and he is 170. I lifted him on my shoulder, and I was dancing on the street, and I'm only 145. So if I can hold more than my weight and not just couple of minutes for 5 minutes and dancing,
Right.
not a walk, I must have the good strength on my muscles and spine and everything, my back. So what I'm trying to say is here everything is hyped. Hey, you need more omega 3. Hey, you need more protein. Hey, you need this and you need that. The horse in the wild, is so solid, so strong, not going to doctor, not going to lab to check what I need and what I don't need. Nature gives you in abundance whatever your body needs. Nature already designed our body to thrive if you allow nature to take the course. But what we call intelligent species, but I don't know, we are the most confused species on the planet when it
there's times that you wonder, right?
every no it's I don't, I have turtle, I have fish, the birds, I am seeing it. Everybody, all species knows right from the birth what to eat. They don't have to go to school, college, hospital, doctors, nobody. They know exactly what to eat. They know exactly what not to eat. Even they come, this you give some food to your dog and they will not eat. They will come and no, this is not for me.
Or this is not food.
Right, or this is not a food. We human got screwed up so much because of our evolution. Our evolution was long process, and we went through many stages. Now we, because of that evolution, what was a boon at one time, it is a curse right now. And I can say that, let's say a lot of people say, hey, you know what, our grandparents and their grandparents and ancestor, everybody ate cooked food. What wrong with you? Why you are advocating a raw food? I say yes, they were smart. They were smart, and that's why they ate cooked food. They say, how so? Okay, at that time, our ancestor, I'm talking 1,000 year back, 500 year back, even 300 year back, people didn't had a refrigerator in their house. There was a scarcity of the food. Whatever you eat, that's about it. Next meal when you are going to get, nobody was knowing.
Yeah.
So you have to have more calorie, more energy, as much as you can, so you can survive, you can thrive. Our brain needs at least 20-25% of calorie what you produce in your body. So now that's the reason when we ate cooked food, we our brain evolved faster, better than chimpanzee. And between us and chimpanzee, 96% DNA is the same, only 4% is different. But we are more smarter, better because of the cooked food. The cooked food was a blessing at that time. Our brain evolved much faster, bigger, smarter. But right now we are at the saturation point. We don't, our brain is not getting any bigger, better, and smarter. It become even dumb, I don't want to say that, but because of all this AI and stuff. But anyway, so now we are at the point where cooked food is not blessing, is a curse, is obesity. More than what you need, you are just keep eating it. Whatever in front of you, put it in your mouth. That's it. That become the culture. That becomes the norm. That becomes, our children. They are obese. I mean, unbelievable is like at that age they are so obese. Why? And they have now diabetes at age 8 and 10 and 12 and 15. Oh my, it is unacceptable. This is, we are ruining our generation. It is not about me. It is not about you, Lamont. We live.
Yeah.
I'm 67 now, 68. Enter into 60. This is last inning of my life. I lived my life. Maybe whatever 10, 20, 30 year, whatever I have left. But I want to see that I can give something better to my next generation.
Yeah, that matters. That really does matter. Well, tell me some one or two stories of people that have applied besides yourself. Nature We Trust. I noticed your book in the background there. What's worked for others?
So let me tell you the latest story. One
Yeah.
lady, she is a podcaster. She saw my book. She actually called me before even having podcast, and she ordered the book, and she quit eating meat. I didn't say anything. I'm not even asking my wife what to do. Hey, it is your life. You are adult. You are smart enough. Take whatever decision you want to take.
Yeah.
But we are the going to face consequence of our every decision, and food is one of them. So she quit for 3 months. She ran marathon. She's 46, and she said, "I'm feeling so good. I never thought that I will give up meat." She said, I never thought about it. And after reading your book, it makes sense, we why we eat even any food. So when we eat food to keep our body nice, clean, energetic, functional, and basic reason for eating food is not to please your palate or tongue. It is basic reason for eating food is to produce enough energy so that energy can work well to all the functions of our body and the organs and brain and everything. And I put like analogy like this, that what, if you have enough energy, everything is easy then. So that's the one lady. She had I was actually, and she in the podcast, I asked her, hey, give me your experience, and she gave what happened first week, third week, and now 2.5 3 months. So everything was, she said, it's fantastic. And now she is so much she got impressed with her all the experience. She's coming to Los Angeles from Florida to run marathon with me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So, in her example or others, um, if people want to switch, do they do it gradually, or do they do it more cold turkey, where they just say, "Hey, I'm done. I'm switching."
I am crazy. I did it like that 100%. Ask people, hey, don't go, go gradual. Otherwise, it's going to backfire.
Okay.
And if you really want to make a change, be conscious about it. This is, first of all, don't even switch. Don't do nothing. This is the first, is the mental game. You have to mentally ready. It's like if somebody is alcohol, and to give up alcohol, it's difficult. If somebody is a cigarette smoker, to
Yeah,
give up,
that's true.
so I consider, okay, and then this is my analogy and my point, all raw food is addicted. We all are addicted to raw food. we, all raw food, I mean, sorry, not raw food, or cooked food. All cooked food is an addiction. So people are addicted to the cooked food. We have to eat raw food to understand. And all cooked food is a dead food. There is no energy what we want. So that is, once you understand that mentally, you accept it mentally. I didn't ask her that her name is Jacqueline. I didn't ask her to do anything, even to buy my book. I'm not telling, hey, if you think it is good investment, buy. If you don't want, no problem. No, thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it is. This is how it works. If you are conscious, if you are aware, if you think, this is something I need to explore, at least explore. Forget about accepting. Once you explore, then you accept it, and once you accept it, then you put it in action.
Maybe one approach might be that would work well is if you want to become more eating better food, like you said, not do it cold turkey, but maybe you go for a couple days, and maybe on the weekend go to dinner like you're used to doing.
I recommend like this. Don't go even whole portion. Just go in the your lunch, add something raw.
Start
10,
introducing it. Yeah.
10 20. Yeah, yeah, this is not deprivation, this is adding something. So once you add something, 10%, 20%, 25%, whatever you feel comfortable, and then that then you go for full meal once you feel comfortable. And it may take time. Your brain is not going to allow you to make that changes. Change is most difficult in human life. We become habitual to do whatever we are doing so far from childhood to adulthood.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult.
So changing a habit, I've heard 21 days it takes. Others it might take longer. What's been your experience as far as how long it takes people to switch from?
I see that you can see the noticeable difference within 3 week. So, and 3 week, once you pass, now it is your body accepted it, you accepted it. Now is all only matter of your strong willpower. And
Willpower? Yeah.
your it is not even, I don't, it is a rational mind. Lemon, if you are doing whatever work you are doing, if you are not making there enough money, you will quit. Right? Why you want to go where you're not making enough money and waste your time? This is same thing. If the food we are eating is not, we are making enough energy, and we get tired. You said that your son says we are tired. Why young people get tired? Because they are not getting enough energy. And if you see the young, very young, 5, 7, 10 year, they are running here and there and full of energy.
Yeah.
Why? Because the natural, the still their body is, nature gave the body, that body is in shape, everything is working well. After 10, 15 years of age, it becomes now going wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah, what I really notice is when your grandkids come over and you're spending time with them when they've got their, like you say, they're 2, 5, or 8, and they're just going constantly. And when they do leave as a grandparent, you're like, oh, and you're almost exhausted from having trying to keep up with them.
Yeah, and somebody said, hey, what is your dream? I said, my dream is I want to run marathon with my grandson.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I ran 2 marathon with my son, but I want to run with my grandson. So that is something. I need to be in shape to run with my grandson.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. What's another story you can share with us? You mentioned this one lady changed her diet, is running a marathon with you. What's the
So
story?
another lady, she started changing, and she's the wife of cardiologist.
Mhm.
Okay, so in house is a doctor, and she started because she thought, and she also had a medical background. So within 3, 4 week, she started that her skin glowing differently, much better. And her friends says, hey, what happened? what you are using, what
Oh, and so
serum.
it's even visibly noticeable to our
Oh,
friends.
yeah. And she said, well, nothing. I'm not using any cream or any serum or any kind of uh, you know any plastic surgery, nothing. This is actual real thing. I just started eating raw food, and that also not 100%. She is right now around 50% of the total food, because as I said, it's not easy to give up. We are addicted to the cooked food, and it's craving is so hard sometimes,
Well, yeah, and the culture too. If someone invites you over for a dinner, you don't wanna come across, unwilling to eat what they've
no,
prepared. Yeah.
I'm against that. If you invite me to your house and you say, Akshay, come over for lunch, okay, all right, no problem, Lemon. But my food is whatever fruit you have. I am not demanding this particular fruit or this particular vegetable. Whatever fruit or vegetable you have, I'm going to have that. And you eat whatever
Okay.
you want to eat. We are going
Yeah,
to sit down on the same table and we are going to enjoy the lunch. I'm not going to bother you. You don't bother me. And I have that freedom. You have your freedom. So I go anywhere. I'm very firm minded. Whether it's an anniversary, marriage party, anything. This 16 years in beginning, people were pushing me. Hey, Akshay, today is your birthday. Eat this much
yeah,
cake. One cake. I made it with so much love, and this my sister.
yeah.
I said, forget it. Nothing. Zero. Nada. Because once you start, this is a very slippery slope. Once you once you break it, and then another person say, hey, you broke your rule for her, now what about me? So then it's no. So I don't take it,
Yeah.
no matter social event, nothing. I eat my food, you eat your food.
Yeah, now, a lot of people, if they go to change, we live in a very snacking culture. They wanna grab a snack in the pantry between lunch and dinner, whatever. I found, for me personally, if I need to crunch on something, I love the sugar snap peas because it's a vegetable. I can just chew on that and replaces a bag of chips instead. Those small things are a great place to start. Look at the snacks you're eating and replace it with something that you enjoy. Oh, look
Here
at that,
is
almonds.
here is my this breakfast.
Alright,
With the green tea, I'm drinking the green tea with
alright.
this morning breakfast is almond and walnut.
Yeah,
So this is what my snacks also sometime. And in snacks, maybe the cashew or pistachio or whatever nuts or seed, whatever you like.
yeah.
Start. I tell people like this: you are not going to learn swimming unless you dive into water. No matter how many books you read, no matter how many YouTube you watch, no many the best coach of your in the universe can teach you, but you cannot learn swimming in the air.
You
You
gotta jump in the water.
so this is exactly same thing. You cannot learn how to be a raw foodist. To be a raw foodist, jump into raw food first, then worry about nutrition, then worry about how to balance it. It is important. I'm not saying it is not important, but
Yeah,
a lot of people fail because right from the beginning, oh, from where I am going to get protein, oh, from where I am going to get X, whatever they are thinking, and they are going into the wrong direction, and nothing is sustainable because those diet, I don't call even the raw food diet, I call raw food lifestyle. This is the lifestyle. This is not something imposed by somebody on me. This is my creation. This is I made the rule. Some people say, hey, this green tea is not raw. You cooked it on the stove. I say, yeah, this is not a food. This is beverage.
yeah. And what I've heard a lot of people, they might if they have a condition they haven't figured out, or they're taking medication for it, it's very likely, there's a lot of things that you just need to get some good food going into your body. There are conditions that can be either minimized or mitigated, even if you have a genetic disposition to be a certain way. Um, start with giving yourself some good raw food, just like you'd put the right fuel in your vehicle. Same deal.
Yeah, yeah, Lamont, I don't have medical background. I'm not a doctor. I'm not nutritionist. I'm businessman. Okay. And as a common man, as a general, it's like when I started putting my 2 cent, when I started, thinking about it, when I started taking a rational decision that any businessman will not go in any venture where he make loss. Profit is a key. If you don't are not making profit, cut it loose. You
Yeah.
don't want to get in that business or that direction. We as a human, we are so much we are bankrupt. Energy bankruptcy is there, and most of the human, we at the 5 o'clock we are done.
Yeah.
And why 6 o'clock we are done? We don't have now more energy to let's say, if you love music, you want to play piano, but you don't have
So
now
don't have the energy at the end of the
energy,
day.
or
Yeah.
guitar, or whatever, drum, or whatever, painting, any hobby. You don't have the energy, so you cannot even read the book because your mind is now fogged. There is no energy. So this is, everything is energy, and that is what I'm saying in this book, that hey, once you produce enough energy, everything is going to be so beautiful. You now healing properly. People say, wow, it's I running is bad for body. You are making so much effect on your cartilage and on your knee and ankle and back and this and that. Yeah, our cells is dying every day, millions of cells. We have to reproduce it,
Yeah.
and that is what the game is. But that reproduction requires a lot of energy. It doesn't happen in thin air. You need those energy. And now the actual reason is why people get tired, why people are so sick. The analogy to let's say any city. If you are living in Utah, that's your city. If they don't have enough revenue, they are not going to keep city in a nice shape. There is now not clean roads. There is no public park, not public library, public school, the lighting, electricity, water, the police department. Everything require money, 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 money. Without money, no city can run efficiently. If they have enough money, your city have enough money, everything they are going to do fantastic. On top of that, they can run a sports event, they can run some event for the kids. My city where I am living, Diamond Bar, they used to give me 20% off on the metro railway. If I ride on metro, if I buy from the metro authority, let's say the pass is $100. If I buy same pass from my city, they give me $80. Same. Why? Say they subsidize. They say, okay, we can afford to subsidize the public transportation, but that will keep our city less crowded. People will start using the metro because at that time metro was new. So what I'm trying to say, when you have enough money, and my city is they have a lot of money. They even, and the rose parade, they make the float. That float is millions of dollars. Nobody can do the rose parade here in Pasadena because of those this extra money you can do. Same thing, if you have extra energy, now you can play music, you can read book, you can do sports, you can do gardening. I'm doing even beekeeping, pond cleaning. I have pond. I do so many activity because I have energy to do it. I am working full time. This book is not paying my bills.
Right.
I'm spending money on this. So to survive, to make, I have to work. So I'm working full time, and on top of this, I'm writing. I'm a poet. Write poem. This creativity on the book. I'm a musician. I play drum. I'm a karaoke singer. I sing. Sometimes I record myself. All those stuff is possible only and only if you have enough energy. And on top of that, people, if I don't tell them I'm 67, 68, they will take me at 50.
Yeah, probably because because you're putting good food into your body. Well, what's some good parting thoughts you can share with us on maybe the top three things you would do if someone wants is finding themselves listless with no energy, and looking to make a change? Where would they start? What would you recommend?
First thing is acceptance. You have to embrace the idea, and you don't start eating raw food. First, you do your own research. Don't believe even me. If you want to buy a book, you buy a book. It will give you, if you give you the guideline. If you have guardrail, it is easy. But if you think no, you can do it yourself, do it yourself. What I did myself. Nobody taught me. But if you want, you can. And then once you start, once you think about it, then once you accept it, you made this rule that okay, I want to add 20%, 10%. Now you become now more conscious, aware of whatever you are putting in your mouth. You are not just putting anything in. I used to eat like a
Out,
pig
out of habit, yeah.
out of habit. No, is a awareness. Is that the only thing is that awareness brings everything in shape. So a lot of people, they don't have this awareness. I didn't have that awareness. I was, as I said, I was eating like there is no tomorrow. It's like okay, between me and my son, we used to finish whole large pizza. What? I am thinking how bad eating habit I had, and it was not giving. As I said, as a businessman, I saw that this is not sustainable practice. If I'm eating that much and I'm not producing enough energy, why I am eating even? What is the reason I'm eating that?
Right.
So that mental preparedness, mental acceptance gave me courage to jump into raw food. And once I went there, is any rational mind, if you start making more money somewhere else, you say okay, I'm quitting this job and I'm going taking this job. Why? Because I'm making more money. That's simple. So if you start making more energy, you keep going more. If you
Yeah.
are not making it, quit. I
Right.
mean, I'm not selling anything. I'm not saying, okay, buy this medication or buy this supplement or this, that. I'm not in that business. My job is to encourage people to think about raw food. Once you think about raw food, then you start eating. Once you start eating, you are going to see result. And then once you see result,
You don't want to go back. Yeah.
you have the conscious mind to take that discipline, to have that okay, you know what, I'm not going to start smoking cigarette again. Once I quit, same way, I'm not going to now eat like a pig. I will be more conscious. I will be, the rational mind will put anything in the body if I require. I'm not going to please my tongue and not going to please my palate. This is not deprivation. Again, you make raw food. I make my food so delicious. So in the morning, let's say almond and walnut. Then in the afternoon, I will take couple of fruits, and especially today is the Wednesday. Today is my fasting day. I'm not going to eat any fruits or vegetables. Only I'm going to eat nuts. That's it. So the Wednesday is the nuts day for me. But you don't have to follow this. I'm doing this for many years, so I'm used to it.
You have a system, yeah.
Yeah. So now the lunch is the fruits. Couple of fruits I eat, whatever available fresh in the market. Don't take those frozen fruits and canned foods, and those are junk. That's not good for body. So after eating that, then in the afternoon, if I need something, some extra, something, the food you want, you think, you are hungry, eat some nuts, some fistful of nuts, and you are good enough. So that is the afternoon. And then evening, I coming home, let's say I take avocado. One avocado is good enough. Then I put in there salsa, chutney. You know chutney, the Indian, the hot sauce,
Yeah.
the hot sauce, and then I put yeast flakes. I put black vinegar. I make my food, and I put some seeds and nuts, whatever portion you need. That is going to be delicious dinner. It is not just salad. It is you and I do this every day. Different fruit. I mean, different vegetable. One day is the avocado. Second day is the broccoli. Third day is maybe the Brussels sprout or anything in the market available fresh. Buy it. Once you start doing it, you are going to notice it. Now you think about balancing it. Now you are in a habit. So if you jump into the pool, you're not going to be expert swimmer. You have to learn first. Once
Yeah.
you float yourself on the water, then now you want to whether it is the butterfly style or whatever style, or you want to dive from the springboard. That is all later on. You can become expert once you have that minimum. You have to stay above the water.
That's-
That is what it is. Once you stay above the water while eating raw food, now you can start doing tweaking it, so to eat much better, much. So is like I used to eat like big portion. Now my portion is now only this much of is one small ball of vegetable. One small ball of fruits is more than enough.
Yeah, I like keeping almonds or nuts in the car as a snack because if you are in commute, a lot of times you want to grab something. If the almonds are there and handy, that's a great substitute snack. A good way to start out swapping something.
Yeah, and I take this. Even some say, in parties you go, what you do. So generally, most of the party they have something,
Yeah,
something raw, something,
yeah,
and even if they don't have. So if you have that, almond or walnut ziploc in your pocket, take it out, eat something, and enjoy the party.
yeah,
I'm, you don't have to starve yourself. Yeah, I travel a lot, and long time, month, week, and it's not that I carry everything with me. The only thing I carry is sometimes is nuts. That's about it. Whatever fruits, vegetable available at that place, is fine. If not, eat little bit of. And I had one time, I was in India, Meghalaya, and all the market were closed. All the restaurant was all cooked food, nothing raw, and even non-veg. So my wife ate in the restaurant, and I pulled my the nuts bag, and I said, "This is fine for me tonight. It's fine." Yeah.
yeah. That's great. Well, if someone wants to get a hold of you or get your book, where how would they do it? Tell us about your website and how to reach you. And we'll at the end of this podcast, we'll have all your links and whatnot so people can reach out as well. But
So easy way to find my book is go to Amazon. Three format is there: digital, that's a Kindle, and paperback and hardcover. Put my name, AXAY SHAH, and my book will pop up. You search my name, and if not, go for the book title, In Nature We Trust book, and it was last week, it was number one on Amazon.
it'll pop up with a green apple there. You can't miss it. Right?
With the green apple, this is
The-
the book. Yeah,
yeah.
this book is the, yeah, it's a lot of, I got compliments for this cover page. And I had a four option to adapt the cover page, and I adopted this one because I said this, like, nature loves simplicity.
Yeah.
So when I asked the person, who created this cover page, I said, make it very simple.
Yeah.
Nothing crowded, just simple, and that's about it. And she gave me 4 options, but I like this one. Yeah. So by the way, yeah, you can go on the Amazon, in Nature We Trust, or Akshay Shah. You can go on my website, Raw Foodist, RAWFOODIEST, extra E there for education, est.com. Or you can go even in naturewetrust.net. But there are so many things. So, and the easy thing is put my name, which is short, AXAYSHAH, and you are going to get the book on Amazon.
Yeah, your website, Raw Foodiest, had a lot of good information on there. So
Oh,
it's
lots of,
a lot of
yeah.
good place to start. So
Right, yeah.
uh,
I have tons of the videos and blogs and everything. Yes, if anybody wants to learn and read, before you jump into it, first you gather all the information,
yeah,
and don't accept my information as the final information. Challenge me, or go on in on
yeah,
YouTube, find something else. Go on Google, then search it. Go on even AI now, giving you the answer. Whatever AI you're using, ask AI, and that the third person. That's not me. That's not you. Is the
yeah.
third person is answering you, and AI will answer you. The AI will tell you that, hey, raw food is better than cooked food.
Well, thanks so much for your time. It was great chatting about raw food. If you find yourself out there having trouble with energy, feeling listless or kind of run down, give it a shot. And maybe not all at once, but get started doing something like Axay taught us today. Thank you so much for your time. It was great to have you on the podcast, and we'll
Thank you, Lamont,
talk to you again soon.
thank you for inviting me, Lamont. And yeah, and probably we will do another podcast once you read my book and you have question. We can go
That
deep
sounds
dive
great.
in the book. Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds good. Thanks again for your time. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Fountain of Vitality podcast. Head to fountainofvitality.com for more episodes, insights, and resources. Remember, your health is yours to own. Take charge, focus on what you can control, and keep exploring what works for you. Always be your best self, lift others, and trust the compass of wisdom. Until next time, stay vibrant and take care.